Trump is at it again. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the news already. Just wanted to make sure that it was well understood. President Trump has fired Fed Governor Lisa Cook. No sitting U.S. president has ever fired a Federal Reserve Board of Governor. This is the first, and this is the actual official letter that was released by the White House. Feel free to look it up if you want to actually read it. As soon as this news was released, NASDAQ market began to sell off, and 30-year yields began to skyrocket. So it says 30-year yields have reversed all post-speech decline from Friday. For those that do not know, we want yields to go down. If we want the United States to have lower rates to borrow against, we want yields to go down, right? Cheaper rates. Yields began to go down after the Jackson Hole meeting because it was to be understood that the Federal Reserve was open to the idea of cutting rates as soon as September. So bond yields began to go down. All of a sudden, they've recovered, and they've recovered pretty much everything it is that they lost on Friday, or pretty much gave back on Friday. Now, this isn't good. Remember, the higher that this thing goes, the more expensive it is, most likely for people like you and I and businesses to borrow money. I want to remind you that the whole reason that Trump began to implement tariff pauses is not because the market was free falling. Trump doesn't care about the stock market. I mean, he might care about it a little bit personally because of how it makes him be viewed as a president, but most Americans aren't invested in the stock market. This doesn't negatively impact directly the United States. What does? The interest that they pay on money that they borrow. And guess what? The U.S. has to refinance some of its debt by the end of the year, right? The U.S. is $37 trillion in debt, and they do not want rates to be going higher and higher. They don't want bond yields to be going higher and higher because either the 10-year or the 30-year are benchmarks when it comes down to borrowing against. So this is the main reason that Trump began to back off the tariffs, and the reason he began to back off a few months ago against Jerome Powell. It needs to be understood that the president does not have power over the Federal Reserve. And that is why markets are reacting the way that they are right now, because there's the lack of respect from Trump in firing a Fed official, which he is not supposed to have any direct influence to. And I really like the way that this thing was worded. It says, a president attempting to fire a Fed governor, particularly over allegations that have not been substantiated through a legal process, could undermine this independence. Such actions may erode public and market confidence in the Fed's ability to make impartial decisions, potentially destabilizing monetary policy and financial markets. And that is exactly what we are seeing as of right now. The initial reaction of the destabilization of our financial markets. Because if it becomes to be understood that the president of the United States that we have right now will not respect the separation of power, this will directly destabilize financial markets. Feel free to ask anyone. Feel free to ask ChatGPT. Feel free to ask Google. This is the reason markets are retracing and bond yields are going through the roof. So again, I wanted to show you guys here. This is the 6 month. This was in April during the trade war. Bond yields were still down. All of a sudden, they began to skyrocket, and then that's when he began to back off. If we look at just what has happened in the past hour, a huge push, right, within a very short period of time. But if we look at 5 days ago, we began to sell off, and this was shortly after the Jackson Hole meeting, and then now we've gained it all back. So again, what we want, if you want rates to be lower, are 30-year and 10-year treasuries or yields to be lower, as low as possible, right? If these things begin to go up, it's simply going to make it more expensive for people like you and I to borrow money. Remember, this means that this is the interest rate that the United States is willing to pay on money that they borrow. So the United States does not want this to go up because that means that they are paying a higher interest rate. This is why Trump has been complaining to Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve over and over and over again because he wants these rates lower because we're $37 trillion in debt and he needs to refinance by the end of the year. But he continues to do things that destabilize markets or create more uncertainty with tariffs. There's nothing wrong with tariffs, but you can't be surprised that markets begin to be cautious because tariffs are known to be inflationary. Remember, every action has a reaction, and the Federal Reserve's whole focus is monetary policy. And when they see actions like that from the Federal Reserve, they need to make sure that they don't begin to cut rates when inflation is on the rise, because cutting rates is inflationary. So if inflation is already on the rise and then they begin to cut rates, that will only exacerbate the entire problem. So I just wanted you to understand why markets were reacting the way that they are. Bond yields are going up, markets are going down, and that's simply because the President of the United States, Trump, is choosing to fire a Fed governor who, again, has never been done before, and there is, to be understood, a separation of power, which he is not pretty much respecting. So again, I'll do my part in keeping you guys up to date. I want to remind you, we're going to be talking about this a little bit more in tomorrow's live trading session. If you want to tune on in, that's going to be the second link in the description down below. Again, I hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.